Hello, good evening. My name is Sunil, and it's an opportunity for me to join live here in this webinar, connecting you directly from Dubai. As you can see with my name and appearance, I am basically from India, from a state called Rajasthan. There is a textile city called Bhilwara. So my entire schooling and those elements happened from Bhilwara. And then for engineering, I went to Udaipur, Rajasthan, and fortunate enough to work within India for around 8.5, 9 years of starting of my corporate journey. Uh, Started with Amul in Gujarat, worked with Reliance Industries in Jamnagar and Mumbai, and then with Tata Chemicals in Mumbai again for their corporate office. It's been a blessed journey uh, within India, the corporate life, and then settled here in this part of the world for last 15 plus years with family. Here also, the first 11 years, I worked into corporate. So there is a telecom player called Etisalat, and then Alfutem is an automotive player, and for last 4.5 years into the real estate. So that's a very summarized way about me, and it's good to share. It's an opportunity for me to be with you in that sense. uh, See what we keep telling to the people and about the experience. So you all know Dubai, yeah, into, and there are a lot of social media is flooded with Dubai and real estate. So we'll discuss about the smaller elements and that, but then I want to really connect you about my own story, that how those last 15 plus years being with family, wife and two kids. So when I worked with Etisalat, there's a government telecom player, and in our offer letter we used to mention one wife and kids are allowed or eligible for medical insurance. So it's a Arab world, it's a Gulf world, yeah. But what we have experienced in this part of the world in those 15 years is, in one line, if I tell you about Dubai, it's been a blessed journey, yeah. And similar responses, it comes from the people and the clients whom I interact, and those who have been here for 30, 40, 50 years in this country. They also narrate the same thing, and I'll tell you the live example. One of my client, I have taken his permission, around 70-year-old now Indian businessman who has been into the country for 40 years. He says, Sunil, Dubai is a land of opportunity. Whoever has worked hard and given those time and efforts and contributions, Dubai has rewarded them in multiple multitudes and altitudes. So that's a Dubai, and we have experienced the same thing and experiencing it in the similar journey. Yeah. Today morning, I met a client who is from another Arab country. He has been he. You will see my Instagram story for today about the same live client. He has come here in 1983, 1 year after my birth. I am 82 model in that sense, you can say. Uh, he has been here for 42 years, and he says, Sunil, if you want to invest and make money, there is only one industry, which is real estate. And he is an investor, has been sharing his experience. So there are a lot of stories about Dubai as a place and real estate as an industry, and some of the similar elements we will touch upon during this course of time. What we have also experienced from our previous webinar, so we do this on every fortnightly and monthly basis, that in case in between, if you want to have one-on-one conversation with any of our dedicated team member, now my admin team will just share that contact number. Please reach out to them in between if you want an exclusive, because what happens is it's a monetary, and you may not want to be share your personal plans with the group. uh, our team will reach out to you independently. They'll have an exclusive one-to-one session with you now. So that is the number, it's coming to you. In case you want to reach out, please feel free. But obviously, in this next session of around uh, 30 to 40 minutes, I'll connect you about what's happening on the ground. Because what happens and what we hear from a lot of clients, that social media is becoming very confusing for them. You see everything in a real world, and that's what we wanted to take this opportunity and connect with you in a real world, that what's happening practically on the ground. So that's an opportunity, and thank you for your time. Yeah, I'll take you to the next level wherein we talk about our company, then Dubai and real estate, and then your question and answer. At the last, we also have dedicated question and answer session. But like I said, in between, if you want to reach out, have an exclusive session. This is the number is coming on your screen. Feel free. Yeah. So uh, that's a sure. What why we have kept the name as a sure real estate, and what we have experienced while being in the industry uh, for an industry and reason, that it's an industry wherein a lot of monetary transactions are involved. Yeah, people may be keeping their own interest. Yeah, first while keeping you on your interest as a comparatively. So that's why we decided that we'll keep a name which connects to the trust, confidence, and belief, and that's why the sure. And then we defined as a sure. So S is about service excellence for us. U is about understanding you. What is your purpose? Why you want to invest or why you want to buy the property? What are your preferences? It's an investment or end use or whatever. Yeah, your requirement should come first. We all are Asians, India, and we believe in relationships, so that's a respectful relationship. And E is very very important element, exceptional integrity. And today our 80+% of the clients are repeat or referral, which gives us a confidence that we have been able to part of their journey in more meaningful, service and integrity kind of a manner. So that's about us uh, as an organization. But as we move forward, yeah, I will talk a lot more about uh, the Dubai and why Dubai. Yeah. So, like I said in beginning, I don't need to tell you about Dubai, but little more numbers basis if we talk. Yeah. So it's all about the financial numbers. So when you see the second column, what's happening on the property and capital gain tax and lot of the ecosystem. So first is about the category. Second is the numbers which you are seeing. But importantly, see the column number 3, which is for UAE, the 0% income tax. So when I worked for first 11 years into corporate life, I did not pay a single tax, zero dirham. Yeah. Corporate tax is there, which is also for the businesses, for corporate. Yeah, it's not for individual. There is zero property tax, no capital gain tax. 2 days ago, US has announced 43% capital gain tax. Yeah, so it's a zero here. And the last row, which you will see about the VAT, that is also on the non-essential items. So, for example, your insurance, your education, your property, yeah, the buying process is all free of VAT. So there are no government VAT levy on your. So see the ecosystem here, and that's what I keep praising Dubai a lot, because and I'll keep coming in between about my own experience. So what I tell to people, and when I have compared with other countries, I visited around 15 18 countries till now. In lot of other countries, you we are considered as a head count, that you are a number. If you are born, one number exceeded. If you are not there no more anymore, you are one number less. But in this country, you are considered as a life. Yeah. See the vast difference. In one country, you are as a number. Another country, which is UAE, you are a life. And when you talk about life as an ecosystem, it's all about the government commitment. For example, here that emergency services support is 7 minutes. They will be reaching out to you for 7 minutes, whether it's a police, fire, ambulance, or any of the emergency services. The government bodies compete here with the private sector in terms of the service delivery. So that is what we are talking about Dubai as an ecosystem. Yeah. Coming back to the number part, why real estate will make more sense here. So whatever is your way of investment, either you are looking for the rental returns, and here this slide talks about some kind of a comparison with best of the cities in the world. What's happening? Yeah. So the rental returns and interest component, if you connect, it's very very, Dubai is again coming at number one. So in terms of rental yields, or even in terms of the property prices or appreciation, the infrastructure, the safety, security, everything, when you put Dubai on the map on 10-point scale, at the end you will reach that yes, Dubai is the place to be in, for whatever is the purpose, for investment or for end use. So that's where Dubai presents you this opportunity. Yeah. That's what we connected even in the last slide, that rental yields versus mortgage. So mortgage rate are almost cheapest in the market, but then rental returns are highest. So that's the delta. People are getting attracted to this. And let me put some small time here on Dubai 2040 urban master plans. So in a summary, what Dubai is trying to achieve is, and if I see in the last 50 years, yeah, in terms of the growth and population, whatever number we have achieved till now, Dubai government wants to achieve the same growth in next 15 years. So that is from 2025 to 2040. So when that population size is growing to around 250%, yeah, 250%, more than double they want to achieve, which means what kind of massive infrastructure will be needed from across the sector, and the real estate is the base for that. Yeah, so that's a massive opportunity. Entire world is targeting and seeing Dubai as a place to be in. Second is 55%. So that's a government commitment that my country's more than half of the population will have access to public transport within 800 meter of reach. See the ecosystem and see the thought process. Yeah, and they always talk about and they use the word called my people, my residents. So see the accountability towards you, towards life which you are experiencing here. 130%, obviously Dubai is a touristic city. We all know about who's and what's of the world are already here, from Ferrari world to now the Disneyland is coming here, what more, and everything in between. So what's happening when in the real estate context is Dubai is now creating 5 mini satellite Dubai across. So, in case you have visited Dubai maybe in last 5-10 years, you would have heard the name of downtown, Business Bay, Bar Dubai, Dera. So these are the man Sheikh Zayed Road. These are the happening places like Dubai Marina and all. But with the population which has coming here and the target which they have, Dubai is already experiencing a very stretch in terms of the pressure on infrastructure. And what we hear indirectly from government officials is that we as a Dubai have not even planned that Dubai will come across and experience that massive growth in such a small time. And what happens here and why this is happening, because whatever tension, whatever global issue, geopolitical aspects happen across the world, there is only one country which gets benefited, which is UAE, and Dubai has been the forefront. So, what Dubai is planning to manage this entire influx of people and investment, they are creating 5 mini Dubai across. Yeah. So that's a plan, which means if one part of the business bay, if they have office, healthcare, education, everything, you will have now those 5 pockets. And that's why the public transport is coming up, that's why the real estate opportunities are coming up. So this is the right time for you to be part of the journey wherein population is being targeted to increase by 250%. Yeah. We'll talk about the world's largest airport, all the education hubs which are coming in, and so on and so forth. This is some of the elements, and I'll just spend 30 seconds on the first point, which is the flying taxis. Across the world, in the 9 cities, the flying taxis have been tried and tested, but only one city got an approval to go ahead, which is Dubai. And that's happening from 1st January 2026. It says a lot about the readiness, it says a lot about the futuristic vision of the country, and it says a lot about the infrastructure part. Out of 9 cities in the world, only Dubai got this approval to begin these services. So that's what is Dubai. Obviously, the green space and 25% space will be dedicated for education and health facilities. So all those are part and parcel of that. Yeah, we go to next now. Like I said, and from Indian context, like the Dubai population is around 37-38% of the entire ecosystem here. So we are a number one expat country in Dubai. That's a belief and that's a trust of the government that they are allowing us to come, invite, grow, and settle and create a win-win proposition. I have We have chosen this picture because this is an excellent category school in terms of Indian curriculum. Our kids, both the kids goes to this school, and there are 52 Indian schools are there in such a small city. So I don't know in any international city across the world, if a city has 52 Indian curriculum school, that's a Dubai, and that's for Indians here. Yeah, obviously the global icon, I don't need to tell you, you know it more than me. Burj Al Arab, all those elements. Yeah. So on the like the beauty about Dubai is they are not only targeting in one area. You mention any area of the life, whether it's a nuclear energy to the sustainability part, to the aviation space, to the trading, to the leisure and tourism, to the education. Everything is happening. IIT Delhi has announced the campus here. IIM Ahmedabad has announced the campus here. You have all the world's best in class infrastructure here. So that's what Dubai is. Even from net zero 2050 strategy to the sustainable elements, Dubai is going to be the place. Yeah. And we already discussed about this. Yeah, the Disneyland. And you must have heard about Disneyland in UAE, the US, Hong Kong, Paris. But that's now within your reach of 2.5 to 3.5 hours of travel time. I keep telling 2.5 hours because from here to Jaipur, Rajasthan, where I take a flight, it's a 2 hours 40 minutes. So that for me, I always begin with 2.5 hours of travel time. Another indication, like I said, I don't need to sell you Dubai. Millionaires, the most of the millionaires who has transited and shifted and made Dubai as a base, Dubai has achieved number one slot in terms of the preferred place to transition and settle. And if the millionaires and all the business houses are seeing such kind of a pull factor, which means something very meaty, something very ground realities, things are taking shape in place of called Dubai. Yeah. Again, those sky high ambitions, a lot of those things are coming up. Dubai is known for best of the breed, tallest, largest, biggest. So these are some of the examples which are under uh, exploration already. Dubai has started this world's first tokenized project, the largest mangrove, and a lot of those things are coming in. Now, this is an interesting slide from Indian context. Global investor ranking, and we all are proud that saying that India has been ranked number one for last 9 years in a row as a number one country to invest in Dubai. Because for us, it's a modern India. It's a 38% population are Indian. Yes, and it gives you opportunity to eat in one city. In any of the Indian city, you cannot experience the vibrancy and then opportunity which this city provides you. You from your food cuisine in this city, you'll find from Maharashtra to Kolkata to West Bengal to Odisha to Rajasthan to Madhya Pradesh. Every regional flavor is here. I'm from Rajasthan and we have Manwar, Bikaner Wala, Haldiram, lot more such opportunity. I'm just touching one of the factors that that's a modern India for you, just within the reach of 2.5 to 3 hours. Yeah. Next. Now let's talk about some of the number. What's happening because of all those ecosystem which Dubai has created? What's happening in the ground? So if you see in very simply manner, quarter 3 numbers we are talking about. Yeah. So everywhere you will see that thing in terms of the growth, only in terms of the sales value, because quarter on quarter. So what happens is third quarter when you target about the here the summer vacations are into the July, August, September kind of a timeline. So only the Q3 numbers are a little bit here and there. But if you see the first half of the year, which I would say more real numbers in terms of you to compare, first half H1 of 25 experienced 48% growth than same period of last year. So that's a number which is the proud for, and which is what happening on the ground reality for Dubai. Yeah. Sales volume, I think that's a very important from an investor point of view, that Sunil, where to invest now. There are two types of investment happening in Dubai. One is under construction, one is ready property. So for under construction, why you are seeing the ratio of 70/30 kind of a ratio? Under construction properties, it gives you an advantage to begin small. Yeah, so suppose that project property will be ready in 2 to 3 years. It always has a payment plan of 50/50, 60/40 kind of a thing, which means, so the first number, suppose it's a 50/50 payment plan, which means in 2 to 3 years, whatever is the project duration, you need to pay only 50% of that amount. If it's a 50/50 payment plan, if it's a 60/40, which means you need to pay only 60% in 2 to 3 years. So it gives you financial comfort that 100% money doesn't go in one way. So that's a comfort. Second, the appreciation part. So because of the growth and lot of those pull factor which is happening for Dubai, I'll give you a real time example. It's a real time. You can search in the Google. There is a project called Muruj Al Furjan. It's by a developer called Nakhil. Yeah. And it was launched 3.5 years ago. The payment plan was 40/60. It's a townhouse and villa project. I'll give you real time case study. So 3 bedroom townhouse they launched at, for example, 2 million. Though it's the same percentage, I'll use it. 40/60 was the payment plan. So people have paid how much? 40% of 2 million in 3 years, which means they have paid 800,000. Though the property price actually was 1.7, but ease of calculation, I'm using 2 million as a base. 800,000 they paid in 3 years. You know what price they are selling it? They are selling it 4.5 million right now. So there are property portals. There are two very active property portals are there: propertyfinder.com and bayouth.ai. Like in India, we have Magic Bricks, 99 acres, and also go and check about this project. So on 800, now the property price is appreciated from 1.7 to 4.5, which means around 4.8 million. So 2.8 million is the delta, and they achieved with the investment of 800,000. So which means 300% returns in 3 years. That's a ground reality, and that's what is happening. Yeah, I'll give you another example for a smaller category. 1 million dirham apartment, yeah, getting sold at 1.3 million in 2 years of time, which may, and the payment plan is 40/60. Again, it's a live case. The developer is Nabni, and the project name is Avenue Residences 5. So people paid 400,000. The delta from 1 to 1.3 million, which is 300,000. So investment is 400, return is 300 in 2 years, yeah, which is around 60-70% returns in 2 years. So that's the reality is happening in this market for under construction kind of a project. But then we also have a 25 to 30% of the people who are in buying into the ready properties. Who want to buy into ready properties? Mainly two set of people. One is either they want to have parking of the money, or they're little traditional investors that Sunil, मुझे तो चाबी चाहिए. My father is not allowing me to invest in other country, that too in under construction project. Yeah, so I need a key. So but then the issue is, it's fine, there are ready properties, lot of options are there. You will pay 100% of the money in one go because the property is ready, and then you will put it on the rental. So the rental our net is around 6 to 7%, because there are also maintenance charges, service charges, whatever we say in Indian context. So higher investment, lower financial outlay. The categories off plan, under construction, launches, wherein 70% of people are doing it. If you are a traditional rental income kind of an investor, you have an opportunity to be part of that thing. Both are different level of investment, different level of outcome in terms of the returns. Another small thing is, unlike in India, like in India, for any of the newly under construction project, you see the boards of HDFC, ICICI, Punjab National Bank, SBI, and all. They finance you. Here, to reduce the bubble in the real estate market, for under construction property, they don't mortgage you. So you will not get the financing for under construction property, but there is an easy payment plan which helps you. But for second category, which is a ready property, it gives you the 100% as a, which means you need to pay 100% of the money. As a non-resident, we can mortgage, we can take a finance of 50% of the property value as a non-resident. But for me as a resident, I can get 80% of the property value as a mortgage. Yeah. So all those things, we have an in-house expert of the team about the mortgage, and a lot of those elements that can be taken care as a one-stop shop for you. I know on the screen you are seeing the property sales value. Yeah. And when the prices and the value is increasing to that level, you can see that the entire world, the level of confidence which is being shown. Which type of property offers the best ROI? We already discussed. Off plan under construction property will give you the less financial investment, better returns. Ready property will give you higher investment in one go and steady return of 5, 6, 7% of rentals. That's what we discussed about. There are different payment plans, there are options in the market depending on your priority and your purpose. Now, what's next? What are the process? So the best thing about Dubai is everything is digitally managed AI driven system. Yeah. So to buy the property and to sell the property, you don't need to come in Dubai. So like today morning, I visited the customer of Iran. The buyer is sitting in Canada, and he's from Iran. So the transactions are happening, and these are the real time situation. So you can manage everything through power of attorney. Everything comes on your mobile application. Yeah. So that's what is happening in a digitally enabled world here. But what we tell to people, that how to begin. Yeah. So the most important thing is choosing the right property, and that's where the partner like us comes into the picture. And I'll give you the practical case study here. That suppose in case of India, if we talk about the top country level developers like Shoba, DLF, yeah, Godrej, Tatas, if you go to their offices, they will tell you only good things about their own projects. Yeah, that if you go to Godrej, these are 10 projects, superb. They may not say good thing about other developers. But what happens when you come to agency like us? As we work with all, yeah, though we decided that we'll work with top 20 players only for 90% of the time. As you come to us, for us, you are more important. Yeah, that what's your purpose, what is the budget. If your purpose is end use, that you want to relocate, your son is coming. A lot of my clients kids are coming because we have Amity school, we have a Amity University, Manipal University, IMT Ghaziabad, BITS Pilani. So a lot of my clients kids comes to school and education here. They say, Sunil, my purpose is end use. Then there are different options. A lot of clients are investor driven, that Sunil, our purpose is to be part of this growth journey and returns. There are different set of properties, so we will not push you any particular product. We'll understand your requirement, your purpose, your timelines, your budget, and then we'll map that. Okay, so for this kind of thing, these are 3 4 5 options looks better. So that's a beauty and alignment when you work with an agency like us. Yeah. But then your question may be that, Sunil, why only Shore Real Estate? There are 1,000 real estate agencies in Dubai, and I'm sure you see a lot of the social media reels. So you are absolutely right. But then what small value we bring, because there are no differentiation. It's the same project, same payment plan, same prices. We only bring a small differentiation aligned with our name, and that is the trust, the confidence, the belief system. We will never ever sell you the wrong product. We will never ever advise you the wrong things. So that's what we do when we talk about the real estate through Shore. Yeah. And I think it comes with me because I have worked for 18 plus years into my initial professional journey into corporates. So working with Tatas and here, a lot of those kind of players gave you the connect that customer is center. Yeah. And that's what my managers and my leaders has taught me, and that's what I keep telling to my own sales team. Yeah, that because sometimes people are little fast, so that let's close the deal. So I keep telling them, guys, for us the purpose is understanding the propositions, what will work, and then take the journey ahead with the comfort and convenience of the client. So I think that's a value we bring on the table. And also here small connect is, even unlike in India, even if you go to any of the developer like Nakhil, Imar, Vasal, these are top players. If the price quoted to you is 1 million, even if you go directly, it's still a 1 million. If you go through Shore Real Estate, still it's a 1 million, because for under construction property, we don't charge you any of agency fees. But what value you get is through us. We first will not tell you only one option, which may happen when you visit a developer. They will push you only their product here in here as well. So we'll give you options. We'll facilitate your entire logistic, documentation, monetary flow, vastu, mortgages, whatever you need. Third, again, very important thing is about, if in case you want to resell in between, in case you want to rent. So we have an in-house team who does and facilitate entire journey for you from buying to exiting and everything in between. So I think that's a value we bring as an agency, in addition to being your trusted partner, trusted representative while doing the real estate transactions. And obviously the choosing the right property, financing, everything is managed in the process. Yeah. We already discussed about this first element, which is off plan and ready. Off plan is under construction, you have an opportunity to pay with the time, investment returns are better. But I'll take 1 minute on this column 2 and 3, which is because a lot of questions come that, Sunil, what about the trust? I am sitting in another country. You are selling me property which is I haven't visited. You are saying even don't come here. We can book it for you. So here, RERA and DLD is Dubai Land Department. RERA, you all know. In India also we have this framework. So I bought a property in Noida. I don't want to, or I can tell you the developer name. It's a 3S Lotus, 3C Lotus. Yeah. I bought an apartment in 2014 in Noida Sector 48. Till today, I did not get the possession. It's been 11, 12 years. Some of my more than 50 lakhs is stuck there. But so, and we are still fighting the case, all the buyers. But here, the RERA gives only the extension to the developer between 6 to 12 months. And then penalty starts on the developer. So so RERA here is not only in terms of paper as a framework, but actually in terms of the implementation. And here, when somebody raise a complaint, you get an SMS that you need to resolve the query in 24 hours or 48 hours. So here, government talks about hours in terms of resolving it. Another question for you is, like on the right side column, it says escrow rule. So for every project, for all of the projects in Dubai, first 30% payment which you make, it doesn't go to the developer. It goes to the project specific escrow account, and it is holded with the government bank. Once you pay 40th percent, suppose if you're buying an under construction project and you pay 10, 10, 10, 3 installment, until 30%, developer is receiving zero money. But when you pay 40th percent, the next 10% installment, then 10% goes to the developer. So your 30% money is safe with the government. And in case the project doesn't kick off or doesn't get completed, that 30% is safe with the government. And then in between, you can raise the complaint and get sorted out the matter. So that's why Dubai is doing all those things, to create the confidence, to create the trust among investors. And if you have seen the data on the slide, when 70% of the buying or investment in real estate, if it is happening with outsiders, yes, 70% of investment which is happening in real estate is from the international investors, which means something great is happening from the within the city, not only on the development, but also in terms of trust and governance factor. So that's a RERA and escrow rule. You have a Dubai Land Department which manages your all the transactions. Like in India, we have registration charges of 8, 9, 10%. We vary, like in Rajasthan, it's around 8% for female, 9% for male. Here it's a fixed in Dubai, 4% of the property value. Suppose you are buying a 1 million dirham property, so 4%, which is 40,000 dirham, you pay at the time of booking the amount. So 10% maybe the booking amount, then you are paying 4%. So it becomes 14%, 1/4 as an initial investment. Then your consumer protection law, you have a 12-month of defect liability timelines. Then there are RERA penalties. So a lot of governance factor is in place to create the trust. And sometime in last webinar, one of the client asked a question that, Sunil, what if the one property is sold simultaneously to 2, 3 people? And they said in India, it may have happened that one plot got sold to 2, 3 people. So here, like everything is barcoded. There is zero chance of having one title deed given to more than one people. So that's a level of control Dubai has brought in as a systemic level. Yeah. This is the interesting slide. I'm sure you all must have heard about the golden visa. This is my one real-time picture. We as a family got the golden visa in January 23. The requirement is very, very simple. Your property price should be of 2 million dirhams. So if we see the current valuation, it's around 24, 25 as a conversion rate, which means around 5 CR wala property price hona chahiye. But then the important thing is, you don't need to invest 5 CR on day one. If the payment plan is, for example, 50-50, so property value is 2 million, payment plan is 50-50, which means in the 2.5 year, you'll invest only 1 million. But as your property price is 2 million and above, you are eligible to apply for golden visa. So you'll pay 1 million in 2 years, but on the day one, so how the process happens is, suppose you booked a property of 2 million, and if the booking amount is 24%, so 20% is booking, 4% is DLD, which is registration fees. Once you pay 24%, we typically get 1 week to 4 weeks of time to arrange those 24%. You can start with paying a small booking amount. Once you pay 24% in 30 days, uh, developer files for your the DLD, the UKUD, the pre-title deed. Government takes around 3 to 4 weeks of time to generate it. Once you get the pre-title deed, the next day you can start your golden visa application process. The requirement is whoever is applying for golden visa, they needs to be physically present in Dubai, and the reason is you will need to do your medical analysis, you will do the fingerprinting and biometrics. It takes around 4 to 5 working days. So suppose last month we have done for my client from Hong Kong. He's basically from Northeast Manipur but settled in Hong Kong. He bought a property and he landed here on Sunday. We started his process on Monday. By Thursday evening, he got his golden visa, and Friday night he went back. So it takes 4 to 5 working days. The eligibility, like I said, property value, it doesn't mean that you need to invest all in one go, and it's a family tree system. So if, for example, husband applies, the parents and the kids, yeah, so that's a very, and it's for immediate family members. So suppose if I got a family golden visa, I have sponsored my wife and kids and my parents, but I cannot sponsor my brother and sister because those are not immediate family members. So that's about the golden visa. From eligibility timelines, you will need to be physically present. You don't need to come to Dubai to buy the property, but for golden visa, one time physical presence is needed. And what are the benefits? I'll give you an example of COVID. During COVID time, only golden visa holders people were allowed to enter the country. So you always get a status which is little premium. There are, whatever happens during or outside of your visa tenure, for 10 years there is no problem, entry exit seamlessly. So one day you decided, let's go to Dubai, get up from the bed, on the way to airport, book your ticket, you already have visa, enter Dubai. Yeah. So that's a flexibility it offers. And obviously there are some premium features you get while opening the business accounts and getting little bit of ecosystems. Yeah. Now, what's the actual, so what are the typical pricing, and because these questions keep coming, so I thought let's include here. So typical category are two, residential or commercial. Under residential, you have an starting size of studio, then a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartment and all. Then you have duplexes and penthouses. Then you have a townhouses and villas. That's the second category. So under apartment, the starting size for studio is around, and studio which mean it's a one rectangle structure. You have a kitchen, you have a wardrobe, you have a washroom, you have a little balcony, and then you have your bedroom, which is, so that's a one. So that's a typical studio unit. You start from around 600 to 700,000 kind of a thing. It's not 15.85; it's a 1.5. I think decimal. It needs to be on left hand side. So around 1.5 cr is the total value, and we can begin with that. Then you have a next category which is around 1 bedroom apartment. The sizes are now is little bigger. It's around 750 square feet, and approximate value 1.2 million, which means around 2.3 to 2.5 cr. Here important thing is the sizes. Whatever sizes are written, these are internal net sizes. It's not like super built up in those kind of thing whatever there is in India. Yeah, these are net internal sizes. Yeah. Then 2 bedroom apartment varies from 1000 to 1500 square feet. 3 bedroom apartment starts from 1500 to 2500 square feet. So there is a range. Yeah. Then you have a townhouses and villas and so on and so forth. So there are, in case of townhouses and villas, you have a plot, and then it's a G+1 to G+2 kind of a structure, and every one of these will have a payment plan. So that's the little bit of connect on the sizes and price points. Yeah, next. Now people keep asking, Sunil, everything is fine, we understood, but where, what you suggest? So these are the, like what we said is Dubai is evolving into satellite uh, areas now. So all the far areas, because of the pressure and interest in Dubai, these areas are new, and but then these are the area which will have a highest potential in next 2 to 5 years of time. Yeah. You must have heard about Dubai South, wherein the world's largest airport is coming in. So that's the Dubai South. Entire exhibition center, which is World Trade Center, is getting shifted to Dubai South. Yeah. So that's an area to watch for, and we'll have a already. And today morning I met here only another client. Al Furjan is the place wherein I gave you example of the 300% growth returns in last 3.5 to 4 years. That's a place we stay. I stay. That's a place I have invested in another project for myself. That's a place wherein we have our office. Our office location is Ibn Battuta Gate Offices. So if you heard about that song Ibn Battuta, and that is the office building which has a 3 floors taken from Amazon. Medan is another central area which is closer to downtown, around 20 minutes. It has a water body, a lot of villas and apartment kind of projects. Dubai Island is a water-based new developments, new area coming up, opportunity of apartments and villas. Dubai Land, very economical side of thing. Today they are investor-friendly prices. It will have a future in terms of the price gain for investors. Maritime, as the name indicates, within the city reach on water body. So they are trending at around one bedroom apartment is around 2.5 to 2.8 million dirhams kind of price, around 800 square feet size. But if you want to settle that, Sunil, मेरे को तो 2-3 साल में in next 2-3 years I want to on that apartment. I want to be in middle of the city and waterfront. Then maritime city or Dubai Island is an option. So these are the potential areas. It's evolving. This is the map of Dubai, you all know. So you can see all the waterfront. Palm Jabal Ali is coming up towards the new airport side. And you all know Dubai made a headlines 15, 18, 20 years ago that they will create a man-made structure in the water. That's been a successful outcome. And on that basis, Palm Jabal Ali got launched. And then the tagline of Palm Jabal Ali is future of future. So you can see the vision and what will store when it comes to the life in next 3 to 5 years. Yeah. Here you also can see the areas which we talked about, the Dubai South, the Dubai Land, Maritime City and all. And I'm sure in case you have a time, our representation or whatever you want to explore with one-to-one thing, they can also guide you. Here, this is the special experiment we are doing, and it's been a very, very well perceived from our people that we have invited a developer, and the commercial segment is very, very low calorie positioned approach today in the market. They are an underdog, and I'll connect you for 30 seconds before I invite my colleague here. Uh, for last 3 years, Dubai's commercial rental has increased in terms of the rental every year 18 to 20%. Every year 18 to 20% rental prices have increased. Today, Dubai is operating at 96% of the occupancy rate for commercial segment. Yeah. And the prices have risen by 20 to 23% every year in last 3 years for sale price. So that is the opportunity. And when everybody who is relocating here for whatever the purpose, Dubai is experiencing a huge shortage of today. The current ratio is 89 to 11%. Worldwide ratio is 70 to 30, which means 89% is the residentials today, 11% is commercial. For any steady state city, 30% commercials are needed. So see the potential of the price appreciation, and here is an opportunity for you all to explore from a developer who is a renowned developer from the location which is superb, 5-6 minutes from very, very prime areas, and then the payment plan and the prices and the returns. Yeah. So if my colleague is ready, I think we have a Lohit, Putan's colleague. Thank you, Lohit.
Hi Sunil, how are you?
All good, buddy. All good. Lohit is our colleague directly representing the Alex Mulk. And Lohit, in India, I'm sure you are also from India. So in India,
Yes.
people are very fascinated about that commercial, retail, or office space. Yeah, from the long-term returns perspective. So I think
Sure.
if you want to give them little brief about the opportunity, the developer, the payment plan, the sizes, I think I'll leave it to you. You are an expert.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sunil. So you are correct that not just in India, across the globe, if you see, commercial has always dominated residential market. And there's always a reason for that, because commercial drives the economy. Residential is basically for investments, for people where they live, but commercial is where all the activity, the real wealth generation happens. So that is the major driving force of any country, of any economy. And I would also like to first appreciate you for the past 30 minutes that you have orated about Dubai. It's awesome. The whole picture that you have presented, it's a true and a real picture of Dubai. The complete vision of 2040, the complete vision of 2033 agendas that we have, the education agenda. Within that same agendas that this economy is working on, this entire country is working on, we also have an economic agenda of 2033. So that is where the commercial part comes into picture. So this country has been the center of the globe. This is majorly the travel distance. If you talk about across the globe, the trade, maximum trade is happening because we have the most feasible port location across the globe. That's why this country is more favorable. Second most important reason, this country has the most stable and secure government across the globe that you see. Any unrest, as you also mentioned in your session, that any unrest across the globe, this is the place where everyone wants to take the safe haven, consider this place as a safe haven for them. So these all things that this country has gained from its past experiences, that this is where this you can say they've gained the trust of the audience, of the people who
True.
have invested all across. They have seen growth, they have seen
Yeah.
stability, they have seen wealth generation.
True, true.
So
Lohit, I'll
yeah,
just to connect you here for 30 seconds. Uh, Recently, when Mr. Alabar, the chairman of IMAR, visited Europe, and one of the journalists, they keep asking little different level of questions. One of
yeah,
the journalists asked him the question that whatever is happening in Dubai, it's fine, but you do not have a democracy. And he replied very very nicely, and you can see on his Insta and all it made a global news, that he responded to the journalist that yes, you are right, uh, but we have the world's largest this, world's best this, world's safest country, world's best infrastructure, world's best connectivity, world's best airlines, world's best returns to the people, world's best quality index, world's best health index, yeah, and world's best government response time. So he said, yes, these are the things we could do, and you are right that we do not have, but then we have these things. Yeah. And like you rightly said, the most stable and kind of a government framework and government deliverables. So that's what is happening. So world doesn't care who is governing, world cares what they're
exactly,
getting. So governing
exactly.
and getting, I think that's the difference Dubai brings on the table.
So
Yeah.
His Highness is basically working with a vision that is for the people, for this place. It's not because he is, may God bless him with long life, but again, we are mortal. We don't have immortality with us. So but what he is leaving behind is legacy. So that's why he has created these agendas, and with his vision, a lot of framework has been designed to grow this country, to make it more stable, more secure, and a constant growth path is achieved based on that strategies as well. Now we, with the 2040 agenda, we are planning to double everything. Now
True.
when we have a vision for 2040, so we have to take care of the steps also we are taking. That is wherein the 2033 agendas come in. So based on that, is as per the education agenda, as per the other economic agendas, we also have the 2033 economic agenda, wherein when they've seen that when we are planning to double the population from 4 million to 7.8 or 9 million, if I'm not wrong, in 2040, when a lot of people are coming in, they bring in a lot of good things with them. They bring in trade, they bring in families, they bring in businesses. When they are coming over here, they want to set their roots over here. That's wherein the golden visa comes in that you mentioned about. So now they are modifying the I would say policies, and making it more smoother and easier for people to transition into the country, set their base over here, set their grow their roots from here. So now when the people are coming here, they would need commercial spaces, and that is the need of the hour. Because as I mentioned in the start of my session, that that is the basis, that's the ground wherein the actual wealth generation or the strength of the economy begins from. So stating that, we have also, as Mulk Properties, we have ventured into the commercial domain. Now with the commercial domain, we are coming up with a beautiful project. It's a grade A commercial spaces. And why we chose grade A was for a very specific reason. There is a huge shortage of commercial spaces in our country, in our domain, because everyone was more focused towards residential, where more people coming in. But that was part where it was neglected so far. But now, from past, after 14 years, approximately 13 to 14 years, we have seen a huge demand. There was a gap which we are trying to fill in with the demand now. So now we have launched grade A spaces in Arjan. It's a boutique building. And I'm sorry, I guess we are short on time, I was told, so I'm not touching base on these pointers, wherein I will be happy to share it with your audience. We have the complete statistics of all the tourism growth, of the industry growth, of the population growth that's happening across, the number of transactions that has happened in the past, in the present, and where exactly the growth is coming from. There was a lot of buzz like 6 to 7 months ago that it's a bubble, it's a bubble, it's a bubble. But we always show real numbers and real pictures to our audiences and our clients, that this is how the country is progressing. And these are the real numbers, real transactions that's happening in real time. It's not a bubble, it's not a myth that's happening or it's building around here. So now we've done a lot of research, a lot of transactions has happened in the ballpark figure of 1500, 900 square feet to 2000 square feet of the domain. That's where we put in our commercial domain as well. So now coming back to our project specifically, that's LX, that's Lux by Mulk Properties. We are launching grade A commercial spaces that's situated in Arjan. When we say Arjan, it's practically the center of Dubai so far. Why center of Dubai? From Arjan, if you have to move to the current airport or to the new airport, Al Maktoum Airport, it's a travel distance of 20 to 25 minutes, whatever, depending on the time of the day that you're planning. So that's what it takes to you to move from your office space to any of the airport. And the entire city of Dubai is within these 2 points, from the north and south point of Dubai. So entire Dubai is within the travel radius of 20 to 25 minutes of driving distance. So that's how beautifully this project is situated. That's Arjan. We've got beautiful 71 premium offices, grade A offices. We have two ultra premium retail stores. We've got 234 car parks for all this. We can deep dive into the specification, but why commercial? Now, if you talk about commercial, people love ROI. For investors point of view, if you talk about, now if you talk about ROI, residentials, as you showed in your previous slides, is generating between 7 to 8%, 9% ROI in some cases as well. But people love commercial for one simple reason: good ROI. And this is where our project comes in. We are offering approximately 12 to 13% ROI. That's the potential this location and this domain holds. And the entry point is very lucrative, by starting at 1900 dirhams a square foot. It's a very easy entry point. We have office spaces starting from 1000 square feet. And if you talk about the payment plan, it's very flexible again. 50% during construction, 50% that's on handover. If you want to go in for mortgage, you can go in for mortgage as well for that point of time. Yeah. So these charts that we had on the previous slide, it shows us as comparable to the existing markets and the comparable projects that we have in different locations as well. What is the entry point of those projects? What is the barrier that we face? The challenges that we have in that project, and how we overpower and
True.
delivering a better location and deliverables in case of Elix. Yeah. Now this is the ROI chart, and which I have already briefed you about very quickly, that we are expecting a ROI. Now, if we see the current scenario, just in case if a project was ready right now, since I often talk about the current market scenario, the rentals that is going on in the market in the particular location, it's somewhere between the range of 270 dirhams to 285 dirhams per square foot. But whereas we have to take the conservative calculations, and if we take it as 250 dirhams per square foot, and we take the highest price per square foot for the project that we are selling with the VAT included, because that is what the investor would be shelling out from its pocket. That is 2,200 dirhams a square foot. And the rentals that you're getting is with the conservative figures is 250 dirhams a square foot. By that math, if you're buying a 1,000 square feet office, you're generating a total revenue of 250,000 dirhams a square foot. Sorry, 250,000 dirhams annually. If you deduct the maximum service charge, that's 17,000 dirhams, that's the annual service charge that you're paying, you are getting a net ROI of 10.5%, which is the current scenario. We've shown the two scenarios for the year on year rental expectations. One is the worst case scenario, the other is the best case scenario. If the market appreciates by bare minimum 13%, that's the scenario that you'll end up, and the ROI shown is 12%. Same goes for 2027 when the actual project is getting handed over. If the market is progressing with the growth, least growth I'm talking about, 13%, the expected ROI is 13.71%. You can see it on your screens as well. So this project is technically, I personally call this project as completely future proof, because
True.
we're talking about a low rise building. We're not talking about massive high rise building, because we are creating a very warm, premium space for offices. So that's, we have got only 71 offices in the entire building. We're too much concerned about the privacy. We are concerned about the accessibility. We've got the beautiful accessibility locations. Situated in Arjan, we've got four major roads in less than 5 minutes of driving distance. We've got Sheikh Zayed Road. Everyone knows about Sheikh Zayed, in less than 10 minutes of driving distance from our location. You can connect the entire Dubai within 10 minutes. So that's how beautifully this entire project is located at.
Absolutely. Perfect, perfect. So, Lohit, I think thank you so much. We have Poonam, another colleague, joining us from the developer team. She will show us the actual model, how it looks like, and little more finer details of this. Poonam, you are online.
Hello,
Perfect.
everyone.
Hello. So this is the live.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna introduce you guys to. One second. How do I flip it?
So I think Poonam is trying to show you the live, that how the model looks like, what are the basic features, what are the amenities inside. So she's just taking you to that exact, uh, the model of the office location. In meanwhile, I think she's just, yeah, Poonam is here.
I guess
Yes,
she's just
Poonam,
trying to flip the camera. Yeah, there we have it.
Sorry for miss this thing. So yeah,
No
I'm
worries.
gonna show you the model right now. I'll take you through about the floors. So as Lohit and Sunil mentioned, it is in the heart of Dubai, Arjan, and by the model, this is how the model looks like. So on the ground floor, all the retails are available. Two retails. So one side, these retails are massive sizes. You're looking around 12,000, 13,000 square foot. And this is the second floor, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So we have six floors. And on the roof, 60% of the roof is accessible. And each and every office comes with the balconies. So this is 71 units in the building. For 71 units, you have So you have 71 units in the building. So you have five high speed elevators in the building. So you have total 234 car parks for just 71 units.
Yes.
So that's how the facade of the building.
Mhm. Super, super.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
you can also see the courtyard.
yes, yes. So if you see the design, and that's what I think Poonam is trying to show us, that the building is completely very premium,
So
very
the
boutique.
retail is on the ground.
Right. True, true. And I think the interesting aspect here is the ground floor lobby itself. It has a double height kind of an entry, which is the 8-meter height, and 70% of that ground floor open space is kept for your meetings, discussions, and those elements. Uh, Also, another interesting thing in case of Dubai is the average ratio from for size to the parking. For every 1,000 square feet, you get one parking in overall Dubai ratio. This developer, because they know the requirements, they have given every 1,000 square feet office two parking space. So that's why for 71 units, total 234, because there are some big sizes office. So you got five high speed elevators. Normally in the buildings which are of 30, 40, 50 floors, you have those six elevators. Here for six floor, five elevators. In my current office, we need to wait around 5 7 minutes of the waiting time to enter or exit. Here you will have that elevators and those kind of a connect, which is very very comfortable. So you got a great developer, you got a superb quality grade A office, very very boutique development, location is amazing, the payment plan is 50/50, and then handover is happening in 2 years of time. So I think that's an opportunity we have. Yes, we also got Ali, our sales director. Ali, you want to aid and support here?
Hello, hi guys. Thank you so much for coming in. So, if you have any question in regards to this, I'm happy to answer them. On the other hand, I think so. Sunil, he already explained a lot of things, Lohit, and then Poonam as well. So, we are heading towards the question answer sessions as well. If you have any questions, we are happy to answer them regarding this project, or if you have any other question or query which you really wanted to address, we are happy to do that. So, who is the developer in Arjan? Okay, so if you're talking about the master developer, that the master developer is that is Nikhil, but when it's come to Arjan, they are Mulak. So I think so. Sunil, he already explained. They already delivered a lot of projects in different part of the world. Now they are planning to jump into the UAE market, where you could say 50 to 60% of the facade of the buildings in Dubai that was delivered by Molak. So they do have very strong background in Dubai already, but they never ever came across with any building. But this is their flagship project where they really wanted to showcase their own expertise of facade and design, and they are planning to come up with a grade building. So it's very hard for all of the developers to deliver that kind of A grade buildings, because the reason behind it takes a lot of effort and the price they need to pay, which we cannot see as end users, neither the investors. So the A grade means they're top of the line. So that's what I can say about this developer.
Also, I can add small thing here, because our audience are Indian. The developer is of Indian national. They have been into the industry for 42 years. They have delivered 10 million square feet of real estate space across three countries, which is USA, Zimbabwe, and India. Like Ali said, globally, they are number one facade manufacturer. So all the facade which you see in Dubai and other parts of the world, like Nakhil, Imar, Ellington, Soba, everyone uses their facade. So this is their first project in UAE, and that's what they wanted to create a signature and showcase project. And recently they have announced with Ajman, another state in the UAE, that they are coming up with a master development community. So that's a profile of developer. The owner, like I said, he's of Indian origin, Indian guy. Uh, Also sits into the top 100 of influencer Indians on the Forbes list. He's at number 7. So strong 40 plus years of development and business backing, globally number 1 in facade, number 7 on Forbes list. I think it says a lot about the financial backing, and importantly, they have already started the project. So they are so cash rich developer. Yeah. What's next question? I think this is a very interesting session wherein people can ask live questions. I'll repeat again, in case you have some very personal questions or financial connect, and in case you want to reach out independently or individually, our operations team has shared those numbers. Uh, Feel free to reach out. They will connect with you right now, right time from now. When is the handover? Another question from Chris. It's in 2 years, Q3 27, and then the payment plan is 50-50. So suppose if you buy a 1000 square feet of office, your if the price is around 22 to 2300 per square feet, so between 2.3 to 2.4 million is the price, but payment plan is 50-50. So you'll pay only half of the money, which means around 1.2 million, which means around 3 CR in 2 years of time. But then you will also get eligible for golden visa because the price tag is beyond 2 million. So with this, you enter into superb category of the investment returns. You get a golden visa. You start small, and you be the part of the journey, which is poised for super growth in commercial sector. Jayati ma'am, I think you are from Ranchi. Jayati ma'am looks like our existing client. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us your time. What is the minimum amount one can invest? Uh, Jayati ma'am, it's very easy. Like we said, the booking amount is 20%, but we have a timeline of up to 4 weeks. So you can invest. I mean, you can start with 50,000 of booking amount, and minimum amount can invest is around sizes are 1,000 square feet. The price is around 22 to 2300, so which means 2.3 million is the price. You will need to pay 50% in 2 years, which is around 1.15 billion. So booking amount is 50,000. You will need to pay 24% of around 2.4 million, which means around say 600,000 dirhams in 1 month. And then you have a payment plan. So so then balance 30% will go in 2 years. So very comfortable payment plan in that sense. But ma'am, I know you have already bought a property through us. In case you want to have your next move, commercial is the segment to explore. I know we discussed that you are from the place of Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni from Ranchi. Geeta, Mr. Ali, you want to
Yeah.
address?
So when it comes to the how much should I need to invest initially for the commercial, see, depending upon how do you want to position your investment. Most of the people they are comfortable with the smaller sizes. There is a certain reason behind it because the 48% of the transaction happened in Dubai in the last 1 year and 1.5 year. The people they prefer to have the sizes between 1,000 up to 1,500. So where if you are targeting the mid-range of category, we highly recommend to go for that size. And if we are talking about the smaller sizes, only 28% of the people they are doing businesses in Dubai, they are opting for the sizes they are lesser than 1,000. So that's where you could position yourself with the mid range, where the most of the 48% of the people they are looking for that particular size. So, I mean, depending upon the different people, how do they want to position their investment? But we highly recommend the sizes between 1,000 to 1,500 square feet.
Uh,
Um,
here, here to connect, ma'am, directly about your question. Like Ali has given you the framework that what's working more in the market. But if you want 2,000 square feet, which mean with the price of 2,300, it becomes around 4.6 million, which is around 10 CR. ROI part is, ma'am, very simple. That you will invest 5 CR, which is 10 CR is the value of the property, because the payment plan is 50-50. In 2 years, you'll invest only half of that, which is 5 CR. And then the returns. And interestingly, when the product become ready, you also can, as a non-resident, you also can get a mortgage of 50%. So, like I said, for residents, like for me, 80% is the limit. For non-residents, is the limit is 50 to 60%. So, balance amount you can get mortgage. So, no need to worry of funding more than 5 CR or more than 50%. And then your rental can offset your invest or your EMIs, and even you will have more saving, because here the mortgage rate is very, very comfortable. For us, it's around 3.49, which is 3.49% for home loan is the mortgage rate. So the ROI should be, ma'am, around, in terms of percentage, I would tell you, uh, for the rental around 11 to 14%, though our partner says 15%, but still on buffer side, 11, 12, 13% net returns to you after maintenance charges. And in case you want to sell it, that Sunil, now I don't want to pay balance, hand over 50%, I have paid 50%, I think that's an opportunity. 50% of investor does, so they resell at the time of handover, and at that time we can expect around 40% returns on your investment of 50%. So I think that's a value. A lot of people, because rental will give them, in case of residential, 6-7%, in case of commercial, 9-10%, and for resale it gives you 20 to 40% depending on the combinations. Yeah.
And one more thing I would like to add. Uh, Regarding the ROI, let's suppose if you are investing 2,000 dirhams, so as per the 11%, we are looking at 220 um, dirhams. Means if we will break it down, so 2,000 dirhams you are buying it, you will get 220. So it could take around about 9 years to get your 100% back. On the
Absolutely.
other hand, when you're talking about 6 to 7% in the residential, definitely it could take around about 14 to 16 years sometimes to get your return 100% returns back. So that's where the proposition works, that you are saving 5 years up to 6 years of time frame to get your 100% back to you. So that is the reason we are very fond of the commercial properties, especially for this webinar. But it doesn't mean that we are only selling commercial properties. We're open to the requirements of our clients in terms of residential and where do they need to position their investments.
I think we have an interesting question by Mr. Christopher. Sir, when you see the profile of the developer who are listed in an stock exchange, uh, is the number one in terms of into the real estate industry about the facade, and their Zimbabwe, the cyber city, they have made a cyber city itself, and their delivery is happened within that 0 to 3 months kind of a timeline for 90 plus percentage of the time. And here, so that's the developer profile. But here, Dubai government gives you a special safety net from the RERA and the penalties and DLD perspective. And also, he is a businessman. If he's entering into a country like any other, he would want to create it as an example. And that's why they have chosen the location, which is like Lohit said, it's in the center of today's Dubai and tomorrow's Dubai. Yeah, because the new airport is coming 15 minutes, current airport is 20 minutes. Yeah. So when they have chosen the location, when they chosen the A grade quality and the prices and payment plan, and without solving fully, they started the work. So I think that's a profile of the developer, which indicates, and I will answer your other queries as well. Yeah.
Exactly, Sunilji. I was just like to add on to this thing that even launching the exact project into the market, the developer has already started the construction work. Because as you mentioned already that if you talk about milk properties, they are not just into the front facade manufacturing. They have been into the UAE market from past 42 years.
Right.
And if we talk about the exact profile, they are into 5 different domains and into multiple businesses
True.
into those domains. So they
True.
are into healthcare, they are into sports category, that's T10 Cricket League, they're the founders of that. They've got the
True.
commercial domain in terms of Elubond. So there's
True.
a cash rich company. But the Ajman Seti, that is the upcoming project, we'll be announcing it very soon.
Right.
The that project is in collaboration with His Highness of Ajman.
Wow.
So His Highness of Ajman has tied up with Mulk Properties, or you can say Mulk Properties has tied up with His Highness Ajman, and he has that much confidence. He's the chairperson. His Highness of Ajman is the chairperson in the project, and we are coming up with another city, a T10 Sports City in Ajman.
Wow.
That again shows the confidence that the government has in the developer itself.
Absolutely. Very, very well positioned, Lohit. Thank you. Next question. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people must be opting now one-to-one discussions, but if you have any other questions, please tag it here. They are already in one-to-one discussions. Interesting. Okay, but I could see a lot of other questions, but if they are already with the other team members, so it's perfectly fine. We have Mr. Rashid who is saying, please advise subjects and segment each week. Okay, so you want more discussion, more webinars. So thank you, Rashid Saab, for this encouragement. We will keep reaching out to you with different topics of your interest. Thank you. Like we said, as a sure real estate by design. So today, when I came to Dubai, there used to be around 40-50 developers. Today there are 500 plus developers into the market, and by design we have decided to work only with top 20 developers, because for us their commitment to quality, their delivery, their trust and their experience, and the most importantly the value creation to you matters, and we have decided that we'll work only with top 20 developers, and that's the value we bring on the table. We already discussed about our services, one stop solution. Yeah, we do real estate, the advisory part, the taxation element, the property valuation, the mortgage element, from Indian context, vastu and whatever you need, everything is with one, with a special trademark of being representative of you in a trusted manner. Yeah. So, and I give this credit of keeping customer centricity and trust to my exposure of working with Tata Group. And I still remember in 2007 and 8 when the Lehman brothers and Nomuras and of the world came into the recession. And I remember I worked into HR, human resources. So my managing director at that time, Mr. Homi, and the CHRO, yeah, and the CFO, all these three leadership team, they visited entire India. We had 12 sites, manufacturing unit in Haldia, West Bengal, then in Babrala in UP, and then Mithapur in Gujarat, and then we had sales offices across. They visited every of the office and committed to the people that, guys, world is passing through very tough time, but rest assured we will not retrench any of you. And I think that's what the confidence I learned, that working to the people and for the people and by the people. So we have connected here that working for the clients, to the clients and by the clients. So that's the value my corporate journey has given, and that's what we keep instilling here. Yeah. uh, that representing your interest will be your priority. Yeah. What's Yeah, these are some of our projects. Like I said, you will find the flavor of top 5 to top 10 developers. These are townhouse and villas and apartment projects across the city. Again, some of these examples here I would take 30 seconds, because these are my proud customers for sure real estate. On the top left, which you see, her name is Aarti Bagga. You can search about her in Google, and she was the makeup artist for the daughter of Mr. Mukesh Ambani's wedding, which has happened for Nisha Ambani. She was flown from Dubai to 4 cities in India because they had a receptions in 4 cities. So she's our client. Then you will see the employee from, and the bottom to, so bottom left, she's the CEO of Procter and Gamble. Again, you can see the LinkedIn profile. On the right hand side, you have a football coach, to the people working in Google, businessman, the famous RJ of Jodhpur, then CEO of an Egypt bank, businessman. A lot of those success stories. The Indian businessman, the textile owner, who has a factory in Thailand and Surat and Iran, and he said this, that Sunil, Dubai has been the blessed place for us. These are some of our partnerships. with the developer. We are exclusive for some of their projects. We also do a lot of giving back to the society kind of an event. This is the blood donation camp. We have it on every of our anniversary of the Shore Real Estate. These are some of the sponsorships of the cricket. You would see those trophies. This is our proud association, the recent association with the number one football club of Northeast from Manipur. Yeah, their name is FC Imphal, and we are proud sponsor to them. These are some of the property road shows we had with Kolkata and Guwahati. Yeah, with those people there. Yeah, so I think that's all. We'll be happy to be part of your journey in sure way, and that's the team. You can see Ali is there already. We have a lot of team members. I'm sure you are already in one-to-one discussions with them, and any moment of the time. And that's what I keep telling to people, that irrespective of whatever is your purpose, real estate, or even if you are visiting or your friend is visiting to Dubai and they want to know कि Sunil कुछ इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट सजेस्ट करो और व्हाट इज द वेन्यू वी शुड विजिट और विच प्लेस टू स्टे, feel free, consider us your extension of India in this part of the world for everything. Yeah, because fortunately we have lived here for 15 plus years with the family. When I shifted after 2 months, my family joined me here. So we have gone through the every ecosystem from education to the client. Sometimes we take them for the school visit. So we are your partner in this journey here, and we really honored. And I keep telling to my team that anybody who can give the most valuable gift to us is their time, and you have been here for last 1.5 hour. This is the last request. Ali keep asking me that you are not asking people to follow us, so this is our social media code, QR code. Please follow us. You will be getting the updates, what's trending, what's happening, and in a very very filtered manner. We don't represent all the 500 projects and developers. We will come across which we feel good, that these are the good projects, and then only we'll reach out to you. So please follow us, like they keep saying, like, follow and subscribe and all those things. So please keep sharing your support and your growth. We'll appreciate your feedback through this scan. Many of other people will also understand that what's happening at Shore Real Estate. This is the Google feedback link. It's an honor and it's a request. Whenever you get time, please share so that we can be a little more effective uh, in our next webinars for the clients. Anything, Ali, you want to add before we?
Yes. Regarding the fact and figures and the calculations, we made one report for Alex, and all of the clients they are interested in, they already attended this webinar. We really appreciate that, but it's there should be a cherry on the top, because that cherry on the top we will send across to you over team members. They will send it to you guys, and that will give you a complete brief in regards to how much money do you need to park in, and when and how. On the other hand, you would able to understand the capital appreciation and what is the comparison is going on in the market within the Arjan versus the other areas. So that's how we make sure that whatever investment we are giving to you or offering to you guys, we should have a solid bulletproof plan for that. And that's where you would able to get all that information on your DMs, and our team members they will contact you. And from my side, thank you so much for joining this webinar.
Like Ali mentioned, there is always a cherry on the cake. So I think he wanted to keep it through the communication. There is a special uh, offer which is given to us from the developer side, that if any of our clients book it from today until 3 days, 3 days, which means Saturday, Sunday, Monday, until 3 days, there is a special discount is being given only to the exclusive clients of Shore, and that opportunity exists to all of you, and even any of your network of friends who want to explore. Do your own due diligence. We have been very very upfront in telling you to the name of the developer and everything, and at the end I can guarantee that you will reach to a same conclusion, that this is the moment and this is the product for you to explore. So use this opportunity for next 3 days. Whatever additional questions and queries you have, feel free to reach out. And Like I said in beginning, thank you once again for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, developers as well, Poonam and Lohit.
Mohit.